She was not his daughter. He used to flirt in front of my eyes. I could be there and he flirting with another woman. I used to be like, hey guys, it's your girl Anisa, and for those who are new, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get more videos. As you can see, titled down below, I'll be doing a story time about my ex-boyfriend slash fiance, of knowing the secrets that he be hiding and knowing that he was just a fraud. Get your popcorn, get your wine, get your drink, get whatever entertainment you want to get, whatever snacks you want to get. I am here to share this story experience of what I went through to help a young lady, a teenager, an adult, a grown adult. It doesn't matter. All to the female, all to the women out there, I want to share this story with you guys. You might call me I'm stupid. No, I wasn't stupid. I was just blind in love unconditionally. I was naive. It was a lesson to be learned in the hard way, but there was a lot of things that I saw vision that God sent to me, not vision from anyone. And we're gonna get into this story. If you're in your bed relaxing, if you're down your desk watching YouTube, hey, this is a story that you gonna want to know. Like, wow, maybe have a story out there that somebody going through that they don't want to experience this. I wanted to share this story, but I was like, nah, I don't want to. I had one subscriber, I was telling him about a little piece about the story, and he told me that I need to share it with somebody, it might help somebody out there. So no further ado, let's get on with the story. This happened in November. I was going to church. While I entered the door to the church, I was sitting down, minding my own business as always. Always in my own little world, don't study about nobody. But there was one particular person was sitting right in front, and I was like, who is this person now? Where he come from? Who is this woman with? You know, when it comes to visitor in your church, you want to know who that person is. I asked my mom, do you know who this person is? She's like, no, they probably knew. They were new at the church. So I went to the restroom, came back, and the guy was all on me. He won't stop looking at me. I know I could like see in the corner of my eye when somebody watching me. I was like, what's wrong with this dude? Like, okay, he making me feel like uncomfortable. I sit on in the back, all the way in the back seat. He keep looking back, looking at breaking his neck, and I was like, what's wrong with this dude? Like, you're in church and you breaking your neck watching a woman? Are you supposed to come to church, listen to God, listen to his words and everything like that? I know you got people who to go to church, they ain't come to learn about God, they come to see if there's a woman who's faithful and righteous, or there are female who go to church to look for a guy who's righteous and, you know, religion. But I didn't went to church because of that. I had been going to church for all these years, but he looked like the person, he just came to church to look for somebody that I don't know who he was looking for. Church is finished. My mom went and approached him. No, actually I told her, why you don't go and ask them who they be, where they come from, and all kind of things. So I was like, interesting. She went and talked to them, and then the lady who his mother is gave my mom her number to call her. When we reached home, my mom told me, oh, they're from Anguilla. I was like, okay. The back of my head is like, you want to get to know him, but not like too serious or anything like that. My mom said, you know, his mom gave me her number to actually give it to you so you could call his son. I was like, really?
What?
But he didn't know my number, so I went and called him from my cell phone. Hi, this is daughter of Viola. She's like, oh, hi, how are you doing? And all that kind of thing. So you want to speak to my son? So her son name gonna be Dwayne. He came on the phone and I was talking to him, and we were like having a conversation, and we're asking him where he come from. He told me he come from Anguilla. He's here to visit. Okay, cool. So time has go by. He and his mom were coming to our church, and I think it was like I don't know how long they've been on St. Croix. I used to go by him, check him out, you know, get to know his parents. His mother had fallen in love with me. His dad, he did not hate me, he didn't dislike me, but there was something didn't really right with him. I will tell you more about that detail. All of a sudden, the dad didn't came to church. I think he stayed home. I met the dad and the mom at their house, their apartment, because they were living in a project, but not like a ghetto project. He had a brother, but the brother wasn't living with him. The brother was living at his own place. Before Christmas, the parents went back to Anguilla before Christmas. So in the back of my head, like, who is supporting you? You don't work, you came here for a vacation. Who's paying paying for the rent? Who paying for the electricity? Who paying for the water? Who paying for the cable? Who paying for the phone? So I'm here thinking like, okay, I didn't say anything. Times go by, we started getting to know each other. I feel like we didn't get to know each other more that we are supposed to get to know each other more. I'm here thinking like, how are you gonna eat? How are you gonna drink? How are you gonna buy paper towel and toilet paper? And I was like, you don't work. Are you planning to look for a job until you ready to go back to Anguilla? I was trying to look for a job, Pueblo, where you could be a bagger and you get tips. It didn't really came to my mind. I went and purchased a phone. Not an expensive phone, but a cheap phone. And I put him on my plan. Who told me to put him on my plan? Wasn't happy about the phone. I was like, well, sweetie pie, you ain't working. It's me who paying for it. And you should be happy that you got a phone so you could call me or whatever. You go about your business and you need me. He wasn't happy about the phone. He wanted expensive phone. No, you're not getting no expensive phone. You get what you get. You take what you get. But he was like, okay, he gonna deal with it. I used to work in McDonald's. I used to work in the night. If I'm working 5 to close, I used to go by him, chill by him, spend time with him, cook for him breakfast and lunch. And then I will leave and then go home, get myself ready, and never take no nap. I was tired, everything. Like I always by him, like not 24/7, but like half of the day. And I would call him, I would text him that I'm home from work and I can't think next day I'm by him. Is that we wasn't tired of each other. When I was off, we used to go, Christian said, go downtown to eat. We went down the key, we used to chill. I walked with my babies, we used to go to the beach. We had a great time being together and he spent time with me. I don't know where he got money from, but he bought me a flower. It was a pink flower and I was like, this is so sweet because I never had flower from anybody from my last previous relationship. It was really sweet and thoughtful. You guys see that he really loved me. He really cared for me. We go to church together. My mom pick him up. We go to church. We sit down. It was like we was the perfect couple. As time fly by, I think it was January. Now time to pay your rent, time to pay for water, time to pay for cable, phone, electricity. I didn't know this. I had to pick his mom. So his mom was sending him the money to pay whatever it needs to pay for. All the money that she sent for him was for utilities. Now where's the money to pay for food? There was no money left to pay for food. Maybe there was money, a little extra little money to pay for like if you need toilet paper, paper towels, that was it. I ended up had to go and use my money to pay to get food. I asked him why your mother don't send you money that you need money to buy food. Now remember this, he had a brother in the same island. He never said, well, provide for his brother for food. I had to provide. I have felt sorry for him. That's just the type of person I was back then. If I see somebody struggling, I help you in any way I can. I used to go to the grocery store, had to buy food for him, buy water, make sure he was fine. It kind of drained me out because we together and you're not working. Your mother sending you money to pay for utilities, but I'm here draining, feeling weird out, like there was an energy that wasn't right. I'm here providing for you and your parents gone back to Anguilla. Now hear the story now. One day I had a vision that God sent to me in my sleep, and I never had vision like this, never. The vision was he got a girl pregnant in Anguilla. Now I never asked him if he had kids, which I think he did tell me he don't have kids, but the vision told me from God he have a girl pregnant. So I was like, wow. Now I didn't know he was calling the girl from Anguilla. Why would you use the phone that I'm paying for the bill to call some girl from Anguilla and you making my bill raise up? So I didn't say nothing. I said, you need to stop calling them, let they call you. It had a night I sleep over and I asked him, there's something I need to ask. And he said, what? I said, I had a vision from God that you got some girl pregnant out there in Anguilla. He told me, he went and paused. He's like in his mind saying, damn, how the heck she know I got some girl pregnant? He waited a while to to tell me the truth. So he said, yes, he got some girl who is pregnant and she said, I'm the father of the child. It hurt me, but then at the same time, you met this girl before me. So I stay with him. I might be naive, but I stay with him. But he met her before me. And I was like, wow, everything was fine, but then it started to feel like it wasn't the same how I met him. He been acting kind of funny. I spoil him by cooking for him, do things for him, but there was still an energy that I feel like I was doing too much for him. He told me that he needed to go back to Anguilla because she was having the baby in August. I was feeling heartbroken. I can't done feel it already. I'm gonna get heartbroken. But before he went back, back. He asked me to marry him. Yes, marry him. I accept his proposal. Came to my house and he asked my dad for the hands of his daughter, which is me. Everything went cool. I went to look for a wedding dress. I purchased a wedding dress. It being on that way. We were going to get married August, around his birthday, my birthday. So his birthday was August the 6th and my birthday was August the 10th. He was gonna go and come back, but it got pushed down since the baby was gonna born in August. Then we started to look for house hunting. He found a lady. I don't know how he found her. We went to different houses. We went to about 2 or 3 houses. The last house had a swimming pool. It had 3 bedrooms. Too bad I had loved the kitchen, the living room, the laundry area. It was so nice. It was like a couple $1,000. And he was telling the lady that he had to go back to the States so his family could give you the money so he could go and buy the house. I ain't say nothing. So he keep telling the lady that. So the lady gonna believe and everything like that, but she's running out of time. He needed to put a down payment. I can't remember how much the down payment was, but it was a good bit of down payment he had to put on for the house. It never happened. Then I started to see like he's starting to get a little aggressive. He like, oh, he wanted to do things and I wasn't there to help him. And I was like, look, I don't drive. I don't have a car. I had a license. I can't be going behind my parents' back to be picking you up, to be dropping you there and all kind of thing. I mean, come on. But I was always there for him. I always support him in any way I can. He like, oh, well, I'm gonna go by myself. So I was like, no, we supposed to be partner with each other. I had to call one of my friends. I'm gonna call her Lisa. And I asked her, you know, I'll give you gas money and could you drop us here to check out the house? She picked us up and she dropped us. And then she came along and we were looking at the house and everything like that. She said she loved it. I love it. He loved it. Okay, fine. Then we went and purchased the ring. Engagement ring, wedding ring, the man wedding band. I can't remember how much it cost, but it cost a good month. I put on like $30 deposit on it. Deposit on the wedding ring, the engagement ring, and the wedding band ring. Remember, he didn't have a job. I was working. So it's like I'm paying for everything. But I wasn't gonna pay for his side of the stuff. I was trying to get the bridesmaid, the maid and the honor. I think I had 1 maid and honor and 3 bridesmaids. The color was supposed to be, I can't remember the color, to be honest with you, but it was pink. It was pink. The colors was going to be with some other color. I had an idea of how I wanted my wedding. My wedding was going to be small, simple, and elegant. I went and purchased my dress. I put it on layaway. It didn't cost a lot. It cost like probably $800. So I put like $300 deposit, $500 left. Now, dress is there. The dress was supposed to be, we were supposed to get married in August between his birthday and my birthday, but it got pushed back. Before all of this, I had his Facebook account. I had his email account. So I used to go on his Facebook account and see what's going on. There was something else wasn't adding up. Notice there were like a whole heap of women on his friends. Who is this person? Who is that person? There was 2 female on his friend list went and hit me up. And I was like, okay, do you know who these girls are? He said, yeah, he know who they are. One of them was telling me he was hitting on them, but they never went together. Something happened between them. The other one, she was saying, oh, he ain't no good. He's a womanizer. You need to be careful and all kind of thing. So I talked to them like, you know, like nothing. I was picking their mouth. But I actually, you know, when people put things in your head, maybe they were just envy or they were jealous, or maybe because he didn't treat them good and he treated me good and they started to get mad and all kind of thing. I cut off the first one because she had too much negativity. Something wasn't right with her. The second one I didn't cut off. I still keep talking to her, but I'm gonna talk about her down the road. The first girl, I'm gonna call her Jalissa. She was like, oh, he no good and all kind of thing. He had liked me and whatever. I was like, okay, well, that was a past, or this is the present. That was a past. I don't care. Move around along. He didn't like you. He didn't like you. Something about you. But she was telling me that, oh, he liked big girls. But I'm not big. I'm like average. I had his Facebook account. I had his username. I had his password for Hotmail and his password. Everything was going great. As time goes by, it was the month of May. He come and hit me. This just came out of the blue area. He gotta go back home. What do you mean you gotta go back home? He been here from November. So that's December, January, February, March, April, May. That's 6 months. 6 months he could stay in America. 6 months he could go back to Anguilla, but he wasn't a citizen. He was just say an alien, but we don't use alien, but he was not American. What happened is that I found out why he had to go back, because his sister was living in the States. The place was hers, but the parents was the second household, so she was the first household. Put the parents' name if any case anything happened. He used to be going outside with these guys lining up and down the place and that kind of thing. I told him, you need to stay away from them and stay your butt in the house, because you're gonna look for trouble for yourself. Trouble start. The people in the office found out that he was staying longer than 3 months. He stayed till 6 months. What happened? They had to leave. They got kicked out. I think it was during the summertime. But before that we go there, that's the reason why he had to go back to Anguilla. But I didn't know until he told me one reason why he going back home, because the girl gained the baby soon, and then there was something else. But I didn't know. I was like, how am I gonna drop you to the airport and you wait till the last minute? So I had to ask for a friend to borrow the car to drop him to the airport. I dropped him to the airport. No, I had to purchase his plane ticket. His mother or his father never purchased his ticket to go back to Angola. I was the one who had to purchase his plane ticket. Why me? I was a dumb fool, the dumb girl, the naive girl, the nice girl who's there for your son, and I had to be the one to purchase your son plane ticket to go back to Angola. But hear this now. I purchased it because I was too nice, too sweet, care about you, love you, or whatever. I purchased his ticket. I dropped him to the airport. Then he come and asked me, he needed money. I gave him spending money, and then we went to the airport. He come and tell me he wants something for his niece. No, boo. Period. I ain't buying nothing for your niece. I don't know her. She don't know me, and I'm not spending no money on your niece. Too bad she don't need it. It was like a little outfit to the airport. It kind of I'm like, he was getting ready to book on the plane. I told him I need the phone back because you can't use it in Angola. He said, oh, he's not gonna use it, and he gonna hold on to it until he come back. Now remember, he said he gonna come back. He went with the phone. I didn't like the idea that he was going back with a phone because it's an American phone. It's not an international phone. So he went back with a phone and everything like that. We still communicate with each other. We talk, we text, and I was feeling kind of down because it's like I had another vision again God sent to me. He's not coming back. Like, what do you mean he's not gonna come back? I call him and I asked him, are you planning to come back, because we have a wedding to do and everything like that? He said he can't come back. What do you mean you can't come back? I'm here, we getting married. What do you mean you can't come back? I found out why he can't come back, because the housing, he was supposed to stay 3 months in the apartment, which I didn't know. He stayed longer than 3 months, so he stayed for 6 months. They had to get rid of them and find another apartment or another place to go. I think they had like 90 days, 60. He didn't want to tell me the reason why he couldn't come back, but that was the reason why he couldn't come back. And he had beaten around the bush. I saw the vision. He wasn't coming back. I was like, the wedding had called off. Don't know when I'm gonna get married and everything like that. I purchased a wedding dress. The wedding dress never got out of the layaway. It's still in the layaway. Probably they done sell it. I lose my $300 and I lost my $30 for the deposit for the wedding ring, the engagement ring, and the wedding mat. When I went back to the store, it was perfection. Told them that, you know, the wedding is off. I want back my money. They tell me they can't find the layaway. The layaway was canceled. What do you mean cancel? I didn't cancel it. So he went behind my back and canceled it because he already knew what he was doing. He knew it wasn't gonna happen, and he put me through all this heartache. I told him, well, I don't know about this, but I want back my money back, or just give me something that worth the $30. I add more money. They not give me back the money back, but they tell me I could choose something else. I almost cried in perfection. I was like, this can't be happening to me. I was so heartbroken. The wedding was put off. I didn't really tell anybody. Everybody found out that I was getting married at my job. I almost break down and cry. We were still talking and everything like that. When I went on his account, I saw the picture of his daughter. Now, she was red and he was black. Not in a bad way, but his family on his side is, you know, dark skin. His father's side was like red, but something wasn't adding. I had saw a vision. She wasn't his child. Trying to, like, you know, not being a mean person or anything like that. Like, are you sure this is your child? He's like, yeah, this is my child. Never do a DNA, nothing. I already done see it already. 3 vision I had. 3. 1, he had a girl pregnant. 2, I know the wedding's gonna be off. 3, this wasn't his child. I was 100% sure, positively sure, she was not his daughter. I'm gonna say it again. She was not his daughter. We're gonna get to that story. I was like, I left it be. My grandmother had a vision about him that he wasn't no good. She didn't say it, but she said to me that he wasn't no good. All right, he wasn't coming back home. He wasn't coming back to me to get married. I did something very bad. Not bad, but bad. I was mad. I was pissed. I was heartbroken. I was shattered. I feel like to give up hope. I was just didn't care anymore. And I went on his account and I wrote this long status. Oh, Dwayne is no good. He left me hanging. He betrayed me. He's a womanizer. He ain't no good and all kind of things. So everybody was reading it. How this person could write about you and da-da-da-da. Now these fools now, females, who living in Anguilla, they really know about him. But I know, who's from St. Croix, knows so much things about him that these females, they ain't know squat about him. I wrote a long status about him. He wrote back, he's like, well, I guess this girl really hot in and that kind of thing. But I don't know if he had known it was me. It was like a joke to him. He just laughed. The girls were saying like, wow, this girl really hot in and everything like that. I was the one who sounded like I was desperate. You know, that kind of way I was desperate, but I wasn't desperate. I wanted him to know how I feel, but I didn't write who I was or anything. I remember I hacked his account. I was telling how I feel, but I didn't wrote my name. I went to his Facebook account twice and I write the same thing, but it's like they wasn't believing the story. They were just believing what he was saying. He changed his username. So the lady from the retail agent emailing him about the house, he was saying in this email that, oh, he gotta go to the States to get the money from his family and all kind of things. So this is me now. Hack his email account, Hotmail. Remember, I had his password and I told her, do not worry your head about Dwayne. He is not going to buy the house. He doesn't have any money. He doesn't work. He doesn't do anything. She was so naive. Like, she didn't believe me. I had to put it away that I didn't want her to know it was me. Keep emailing him about the money and the house. So I said, you know something? This is Dwayne's girlfriend or fiance. He does not have no money. Stop asking him for the money. He does not have it. So after a while, like a couple weeks or like a month or so, she started getting in his head. And what I do, I email it to her and then I delete the email that I sent to her so he don't find out that I hack in his account. Time she email him, I go on his email so fast to check it, because in Anguilla, I don't know how the internet runs there, because I don't think he had internet in his parents' house. Guess he goes somewhere to use the internet. I had another vision again, not real vision. I speculate that something was not right because he never checked his email. So what I do, I check his email. She will respond back and I respond back quick and fast. Send. Then I delete it in the send message so he don't see it. Then I remove it from the trash so he don't know it's there. And all the emails he began on his email, I delete them, trash them. Like there's nothing there. But he didn't know I hacked his email account. Call him and I asked him, are you coming back home? What are we gonna do about the wedding and all kind of thing? He told me that, oh, we're not gonna get married again because since he have a baby and his baby is more important than me and all kind of thing. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. I respect that. I got so heartbroken again. All these things that I did it because of revenge. You break my heart, I'm gonna put revenge on you. But he blocked me. Before he changed his password, he blocked me, but he didn't change his password yet. So I went on his account one more last time and I went unblock myself from Facebook. Then I went on my account and blocked him. I unblocked myself from his page and I blocked him on my page. And I think I went and changed my name so he can't find me. Up to this day, he can't find me. Oh, and I forgot to add this part too. His sister had a problem with me in the beginning. She did not know me. Talked to him on the phone. All of a sudden, I got a bad vibe again. I got a headache. Something about her is like, how would I know you won't break my brother's heart? But you don't even know me. Push comes to shove. I didn't break her brother's heart. Your brother break my heart. And she found out what kind of person I was. Moving forward, all of this revenge I did and all the things that he did to me, break my heart, thought we were gonna get married, we're gonna have kids, we're gonna live in a good dream house and everything like that. Didn't happen. I questioned him about the phone. I said, where's the phone? He told me he went on a boat with his friend, dropped in the ocean. It's a good thing I didn't spend a whole arm and leg for the phone, even though it's a material thing. But I bought a phone because I love you, because I care for you. They contact with each other. I had to go and call AT&T and say, the phone If there is a way that I could cut this phone than to pay any penalty, they're like, oh, you will have to pay for this. I was like, sir, my boyfriend, the phone actually dropped in the ocean and I'm just paying for the phone and went to the bottom of the ocean. Remember, I don't know, he said the phone dropped in the ocean, so I have to tell the people that the phone dropped in the ocean. So he's like, oh, let me talk to my manager and I'll get back to you. So he put me on hold and he said, he came back on, he said, I'm sorry to hear about the phone, but you don't have to pay no penalty fee of the phone, that I don't have to pay whatever amount. So I was like, thank you God. I didn't have to pay anything whatsoever. That second line was off. Like, there was no phone. We had stopped talking to each other. We had moved our separate ways. But I still had his number, his anguilla number. A couple months later, his father came back to St. Croix. They had to find a place to move and all that thing. And me and my mother was like some guinea pigs. We are nice people, but don't mash the corn. We're gonna feel sorry for you. We ended up had to help the father to pack his stuff. We didn't help him to move. They found a place, I don't know where. We helped him pack because the wife then came. We went and helped him pack the stuff. He didn't have no newspaper. He didn't have no box. We had to get all that for him. I tell my mother, I ready to go home. I can't be here. What I heard from his own son, his father made a comment and say, are you gonna get your blue book? I'm like, blue book? What the heck you talking about, blue book? So when I figure it out, he was using me to get married so he could become not real American, but the citizenship right. And I was like, are you serious? Why would you do that? But in my head, I was not really thinking. His father did not really like me and I never did the man anything. His mother had fallen in love with me. His sister didn't like me. I didn't do her anything. Nothing. I was just there. A nice person, a nice woman, a nice girlfriend, a nice fiance. When we finish, I help the father. I tell her I can't be here. I'm like hurting. And I have been hurting for like months and months and months. From the time he left in May until maybe 3 months, 4 months later, I was so heartbroken. I would cry every day, morning, noon, and night. I go to work happy. When I'm done work, I cry. And I went to church one day to the altar. I said, Lord, please heal me. Please take this feeling away from me. I can't deal with it no more. Because in my mind, it's like I was gonna like do something really crazy and I just couldn't deal with it. It was like, I just feel not myself. And I said, God, take this away. Please just take it away. Take this feeling away. Take this heartbroken away. Take everything away. And I just cry out to the altar and everybody wanted to know what I'm crying for. They thinking, well, I give my heart to Christ. It wasn't that. I was hurting real bad. It's like, I feel like this was my first love, like my first losing my virginity to a guy that I love. But it wasn't that, but that's how I have felt. To this day, he never tell me he's sorry. He never tell me why he break up with me. I found out through his mother that he break up with me because a company that he went back home with and telling him, oh, I'm not no good. I love this boy a lot. With all my heart. His mother had loved me, but I didn't hate her, but I put a lot of effort for her son. And not even one time they ever say, well, here's the money back that my son, here's the money back for doing something for my son that I couldn't do for him. Never. I think the mother has saw me and girl, I never run so fast. I was like, I can't deal with you right now. I don't hate you, but I can't deal with it. Your son hurt me real bad. You asked my dad hands off marriage. You asked me to marry you. You asked me to have kids with you. We were going to live in a dream house. We planned our wedding and then top it up with. Remember the vision I told you that I said that's not his daughter? Child was 2 years old or something like that. He come and tell me he saw a man who looks just like the little girl that is supposed to be his daughter. He found out that wasn't his daughter. The little girl had his last name. He wanted his last name back. I don't know how that worked and I don't care. And I told him, that's why I asked him, are you sure that's your child? He said yes. And when I told him that's not your child, he got vexed with me and said, you could say that's not my child, not your child. She assumed that you was the father, but she knew that you wasn't the father. But I can't watch that child and watch him. There was no connection. They didn't look alike. There was a mouth part. They didn't not look alike at all. And when I told him that, he got vexed with me. That's when he blocks me and everything like that. And I was like, it takes me a couple months to get over with him. I took a picture of my wedding dress. Still have the picture. I was a beautiful bride. All the things that I went through with him, I would never love somebody the way I love him. I put all my energy for him. Then his sister now found out about me and the person who I was. He couldn't even say she's sorry. All of a sudden she likes me now for everything that his friends were putting in his head and saying that I wasn't no good. And the second girl, I'm gonna call her Cheryl, who told me that she been with he and that he wasn't no good. She come and tell me, oh, I am so glad it wasn't me who did in this situation. Like the way it's like, I'm glad that I didn't get caught up. I'm getting hurt from him. It's like she wish it bad, but you don't wish bad things on people, because it really hurt me. It put a stab in my heart. I was so hurt. I blocked her. And I still have these two individuals blocked. People were trying to add me from his friend list. Decline. I'm not going to say this is a lesson to be learned, but don't give your heart too much for a guy out there who's not going to do much for you. A lot of people didn't know what was the reason why we break up. Some people laugh. At the end of the day, I come home, I cried, and I was like, yeah. The revenge part, I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. At the same time, I was still hurting. As you can see, I'm not crying because there's nothing to cry about. If this video get across to Anguilla, I hope it do. And I just want to tell you that even though I block you on Facebook and my number has changed and I'm no longer living in the St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, you know who you are. I did not use your name. I'm not here to bash you. If this video gets to Anguilla, I forgive you. And I already move on, which I already done move on. I wish you nothing but the best of who you dealt with, who you getting married to, your mom. Your mom was a sweet mom. I never got a sorry from her, and that really hurt. Your dad was a trip. He speak out his mind. I didn't like about the part that he wanted his son to marry me to get his papers. Your sister didn't know me. As time goes by, she started to like me. He wanted to have a child. I wanted to have a child for him, but it never happened because God knew his reason why it did not happen. Maybe if he had came back and stayed a little longer, maybe it would have happened, but no. And I never do her wrong. But you can't just not like somebody if you never met them. Brother, no, I never had a communication with him. Just hi, and that's it. I don't even know if he had liked me or he didn't like me. I don't know. His aunt had liked me. His great aunt had liked me. They fell in love with me. His cousin wasn't amused to me, but I had know his cousin boyfriend mother, because his mother used to work with me as a manager. I met his side of his father's side, which that was cool and nice. They had liked me, but it's kind of strange that his father's side liked me, but his father was like a no good. And I never met the mother's side, so I didn't really know about her side. But I told my mother that she's sorry, and I was like, I don't want to hear it because you could say it in my face. She knew what her son did to me, and she knew what he was doing to me, but they just messed me up. And I had cried for like the time he left until 2 months, 3 months or something like that. I had to just cry it out and let it go. Yeah, I was hurting. Yes, I've been crying. I tried to block it out. Couldn't block it out, so I cried it out. I didn't have no friends to help me. My mom, I didn't tell her what was going on in my head. My head was just gone. It was like, I don't think I could love anybody the way how I love him. It would really takes a lot. I did a lot for him, and he didn't really do anything for me except being the boyfriend. We spent time together. We communicate to each other. He bought me a flower. That mostly it. I was doing more the man who's spending money on a woman, but it wasn't supposed to be that way because he wasn't worth talking about this story. It doesn't bother me. Who being there through our relationship, who had things on their mind saying I wasn't no good, I using him. No, boo-boo. I wasn't using him. I was a good woman to him, but he just didn't know how to appreciate. To him out there in Anguilla, I forgive you, even though I can't tell you because I block you. I don't know if you block me, but I block you. I'm happy where I am. All the best to you out there. It had hurt my mom. It had hurt my dad. My grandmother saw a vision of that he wasn't no good. Share your story. I hope this video helps somebody out there who's going through this. Maybe not going through the same thing I'm going through, but something like it. We did not have physical abuse in this relationship. It was mostly emotional and mental, because I went through emotional and mental abuse in this relationship. It was too much for me to handle. I'm glad I opened up and I shared a story. Guys, I have touched every basic things that I needed to say. This is another thing that I forgot to say. He used to flirt in front of my eyes. I could be there and he flirting with another woman. I used to be like, don't you have respect for me? Why would you flirt with another woman I'm here? He like, I'm not flirting unless, yes you are. You're flirting with them. I forgot to tell you this part. There was a a party I went to. I got the dress back home. I don't even think it fit me, but it was a beautiful red dress. I had lived 5 minutes drive, but it's a 10 minutes walk. I went to his aunt's birthday party. Asked me to come to his aunt's birthday party. I went to his aunt's birthday party. He did not know I was coming, but I told him I was coming. I took a picture, but I never take a picture on my phone. His people have the picture with me. We take a group picture together. And I'm vexed I never got a picture of it. It was a nice dress. I can't remember how nice it was. It was a nice, sexy dress. When I came to the door, I think he was looking out to see if I was coming, because he keep calling me, you coming, you coming? I'm like, yeah, I coming, but he didn't know I was really coming. And when I entered the door, all eyes being on me. I mean, eyes being on me. Everybody wants to know, like, I went to his table and he like, wow, I had looked pretty. I had looked stunning. I wish I had a picture of me. But his family took a picture and they never gave me a picture or anything like that. I kind of vexed though. When I really think about it, I'm really vexed. Everybody will like want to know, you know, who's that girl, whatever. Now, top it off worse now. It's his aunt's birthday and he dancing with other girls. Now, me now, I don't care to dance. I'm not gonna dance in no party, but I came to enjoy myself. And he did dancing with all kinds of girls in front of me. And I was like, are you serious? Like, okay, do you have to be doing this with another girl? I mean, you can't show no respect in front of me. He didn't have no respect for me. He just be walking up on them. And you know when a man walk up on a woman, they walking up on a woman. I started to get vexed and I find like this was just disrespectful. I had to work the next day. So it was Saturday and I had to work Sunday for 6 o'clock in the morning. So I left there like 12 because I couldn't stay no longer because I gotta go home and sleep. And I probably get like 3 hours of sleep. I tell him I'm going home. Follow me or I walk myself home. So then he say he ain't going home. He's still going to the party. He going back to the party to walk himself on the girl. I didn't want it to leave because I didn't trust him because he already walking up on the girl. Then some girl asking me, how you gonna let your man walk up on the girl and that kind of thing? And you know it's his aunt party and you don't want to be showing a disrespectful way or like, yeah, a tantrum. But it's like, I talked to him and it's like he didn't listen. I don't know because it's like he didn't care. And I was like, you know, I can't do it. I just couldn't do it. You disrespecting me. You doing whatever you want to do. But then if I go and do this to you, you don't like it. And that's not right. Everybody will like watching him and they like, he's there walking up with the girl and I'm right here sitting down, but I don't want to dance. I don't care to dance. I don't want to dance. But even though if I don't care to dance, you're supposed to be the one to take my hand and dance with me or whatever. Do whatever you want to do. Walk up on top of me. I don't even care. You know that way? I was like, I couldn't do this. He's starting to like don't want to go to church with me. He didn't want to do anything with me. It's like I wasn't a fun person anymore. It's not that I wasn't a fun person. It's just certain things that he just liked to wild out and he liked to drink. And I was the type of person I didn't raise that kind of way. He used to be going by his aunt and going out clubbing or go to the casino. And I had to be calling, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing? And then he used to like forget all about me. Like I wasn't nobody. I could see like he wanted to break up with me. And I was like, you want to break up with me or what? Because it's like, I don't know, it's like you changed. And he like, no, I ain't changed. And then his cousins was putting things in his mind. I was like, you know, you changed. I don't know who you are or whatever. We had our good and we had our bad. Bringing the good and bringing the bad and putting it together, it wasn't gonna work out. And like I said, I already saw the vision that we were not going to last. It wasn't meant for each other. God didn't want us to be together. I wish I had opened my eyes from the beginning that I shall never let him come in my life. Like they say, the devil comes out in the night to steal your joy and your happiness. It's like I feel like he came to steal my heart. That's what messed me up real bad. Would I ever love again like that? No. Would I want anybody to be in my life? No. That's why I'm single. Would I love somebody like that again? I don't think so. That's what I went through. Like I said, we had our goods and we had our bad. It was just, the beginning was sweet and charming. When you get into the middle part, it's like unsure. And when you get to the end part, you've seen everything. You see the vision, the way how he changed, the way he moved and everything like that. It's okay though, it's okay. Said I hope this video gets to Anguilla. It will get to Anguilla, trust me, it will. I forgive you, but I'm not gonna forget. And I always do the right thing in forgiving somebody because I don't want to take this to the grave. I just forgive you and just move on. Would I accept him back? No, I won't. No, I won't. If he tell me that he, you know, he forgive me, hey, I accept it. But no, I won't go back there. I hope you guys like this video. I hope this really helps somebody out there, whoever going through something like this. I just want to say that this is not a lesson to be learned. It's not a lesson. It's just get to know somebody before you get in really deep involved, especially marriage, having kids, know their background. Like I said, I didn't know his background, but God sent me vision, and these visions don't just happen like that. Unless God want me to see the vision, he will let me see the vision, but otherwise there are times that he doesn't show it to me. I should have ended this relationship from the time I heard that he got a girl pregnant. I should have ended because God showed me the vision. I should have just ended because I knew I would not get my heart broken more than how it is already. Yeah, this is a story about him. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share with a family and friends. Hit that notification bell to get more videos. Love you guys.